All right, everyone. So this is Everyday Math Lesson 7-4. It's all about multiplying fractions, regular old fractions, by a whole number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 million, whatever. And so the lesson is on page 238 and 239, or that's where the problems are. And so I'm glad you're watching this video. Um, here's the whole setup for both pages. We need to know about this. So there's the Hillside Elementary School Walking Club. So they have a club that meets and they walk, and they meet every Monday after school. They've got this table, and the table below shows how far some students walked at the last meeting, the last Monday meeting. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students. Katie walked 2/3 of a mile. I'm going to try zooming in here and see if we can get a little bit better at that. We'll see if it works. So Katie walked 2/3 of a mile. Mapara walked 9/10 of a mile. Nikhil walked 1 1/4 mile. Cole walked 2.5 miles. Wow. Maria walked 4/3 of a mile. And then Jack walked 5/6 of a mile. And so there's 4 questions, 2 of them on this page, and then page 1, and then 2 of them on or actually more than that. There's 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the next page there. So let's go ahead, and I think if we could do problem 4, I think you can probably do any of them. Problem 4 looks the most challenging. So let's take a look at that one and see what we've got. So let's see. If at every meeting, they meet every Monday. So at every meeting, they walk the same distance as what's shown on the table. Who walks the greater distance? Mapara after 6 meetings or Nikhil after 4 meetings? And so let's see. Mapara, how far does she walk each meeting? And how far does Nikhil walk at each meeting? So I'm going back to the other page. And so Mapara walks 9/10, and Nikhil walks 1 1/4. So I'm going back over here. I'm going to write that down if I can remember it. And so I'm going back again because I forget stuff. 9/10 and 1 1/4. So I want to zoom in again. I don't know why it keeps 9/10 and 1 1/4. So, oops, don't want to do that. So let's see if we can undo that. Yep. So I'm going to zoom back out again. So 9/10 for Mapara. I'm just going to put this up here. 9/10. And then what was it? 1 1/4 for Nikhil. So I'll put an N for Nikhil and an M for Mapara. So let's see. So Mapara walks 9/10 of a mile every meeting. So after 6 meetings, and so we're going to multiply it times 6. That's our whole number. And obviously Nikhil times 6. And so this one for Mapara is easier because we're just going to do 9/10 times 6 over 1, which is 6. And then we do 9 times 6, 54. And then 10 times 1, which is 10. So 54/10 of a mile. Well, let's put that into something we understand. So 54/10 is the same as 54 divided by 10, which is the same as 54 divided by 10. So we do partial quotients. What times 10 is kind of close to 50? 4? Well, 5. 5 times 10 is 50. Let's erase that because it's kind of sloppy. The whole thing's sloppy, but what are you going to do? So 5 times 10 is 50. What have we got left over? 4/10. So 5 and 4/10 miles is how far Mapara will go after 6 meetings. She'll go 5 and 4/10 miles. So let's put that in the circle. Then let's go back here to what's her name? Nikhil. And so she does 1 1/4 times 6. So 6 meetings, 1 1/4 miles. Well, it's kind of hard to multiply 1 1/4 times 6. I could do it. I could do 6 times 1 and then 6 times 1/4. But let's make this 1 1/4. Let's turn that into 5/4. The reason it's 5/4 is because 1 1/4 looks like so. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 fourths. And then we have another fourth. It's 5/4. That says 1 1/4, right? So that's a grand total of 5/4. So 5/4 times 6. And it's the same thing we did before. We just put the 6 over 1 and we multiply across. 5 times 6 is 30. And 4 times 1 is 4. So after double checking my work, I noticed that I made a mistake, which is really good to admit. It's honesty day today. And so look what I did wrong. I got the Mapara part right about 6 meetings. So she does 5 and 4/10 miles after 6 meetings of the walking club. But I misread the problem. I should have read it more carefully. It says, who walks the greater distance, Mapara after 6 meetings or Nikhil after 4 meetings? And so see this 6 here? That shouldn't be that way. It should be 4 meetings, not 6. So I'm going to erase that. Get rid of the 6. Get rid of the 30 because it's not going to be 30. And come back again. And it's going to be 5 times 4 meetings. Still same 5/4. 5/4 is still 1 1/4, so that doesn't change. But the 4 meetings instead of 6. 4 instead of 6. So 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4. And so what's 20 over 4? 20 divided by 4. Well, you might know that 5 times 4 is 20. So we know our answer is going to be 5, but let's do it this way, just because we haven't done this for a bit of a while. So 20 divided by 4, and then we solve it by partial products. And we can put a 5 here, or we could not. But let's put a 5, just to make it quick, because the video is getting kind of long. 5 times 4 is 20. Is there any remainder? No. So Nikhil walks 5 miles. And Mapara walks 5 and 4/10. So obviously Mapara walks further. And so let's see who walks the furthest distance. So it's going to be Mapara. Oops, boy, I tell you, it's hard to write on this. Mapara. How much more? Well, 4/10 more, because Nikhil walks 5 miles and Mapara walks 5 and 4/10. So 4/10 of a mile more. Show how you solve the problem. Well, plenty of work right there. This is me showing my work. Okay, everyone. If you can do this problem, if you get this problem, then you've got a good step towards understanding how to do all the other problems. It's all pretty much multiplying fractions by whole numbers. Make those whole numbers, turn them into a fraction, put them over 1, and you've figured out how to do it. Then multiply across. All right. Any questions? Just give a call or give a sign into the meeting at 1 o'clock, and happy to help. All righty. Or you can email or text. Okay. Good luck, everyone. Have a great day.